Hi guys, I'm Manoj, I'm captain of team Shershah, and I work as a outdoor leadership trainer at ISL.
Okay, I'm Bharat. I'm the navigator. So I have a trading and distribution firm.
Myself Akshita, I work as a data analyst in US company.
And we have the fourth member, that is 𝘎𝗰𝗲𝘃𝗲. He is the supporter of the team. Backbone of our team. And right now he's running a small marathon, I guess. That's why he's not here. And how we all got to adventure racing is we're all a bunch of ex-NCC cadets, and we're all keen to join the Indian Army. And while that was being part of it, we were all into fitness, and we're doing our own fitness ways of keeping ourselves fit for the Indian Army. And while in that process, we also we came across this adventure racing, and we should understand that for Indian Army, teamwork is very important. And we've always gone through different stages in NCC in terms of representing Karnataka or India at different levels. So we use the same methodology of working our teams for adventure racing, and we formed a team like that. So and we just want to try if do we have any scope for this. And the first time we did 𝘎𝗼𝙎𝗃𝗲 in Manipal, and it came out really well, and that's how it started. We got into it just for the fitness aspects, but right now we are somewhere else.
Sports is very unique, then very different than usual sports. Not like unlike marathons and any like just fitness in like learning about something. It includes navigation. Then it comes to kayak, then trail runs. You have you can see 30 multiple discipline sports in this entire adventure racing. So we are so overwhelming, and so it feels so good about the sport. And it's not famous till now. Nobody knows much. It's not people not aware of this sport. This has a great scope in other countries, but in India now we are approaching this sports, and yeah, we are expecting more from this sport.
I think to add on to that, I think a lot of people get confused between triathlon and adventure racing, because we have the same element of running, cycling, and sometimes swimming. They get confused, but the whole factor of that it involves navigation. It's not a marked route. Has a huge difference in terms of the difference between that and this. We have lots of triathletes in the game, and still they have to follow the order of adventure racing. That means the navigation part, and makes it much harder for them.
Yes, adventure racing is a challenging sport for all of us. It brings out the true potential of the individual and how we can work as a team. So till date we have raced many races. We have got to know each other. So this is what the sport has got us. It has got us a new experience, where places which we have never been to, or we wouldn't have imagined, okay, we're going to go to this places and do such things. So adventure racing is that sport which is going to greater heights.
Normally we go with friends and family. We see the scenic places as beaches, and we'll stay somewhere which is good, and we'll come back. We were all excited, and we were all it was very surprising element. It was really actually go beyond the beaches. Only one CP we saw the beach. That's it. That's all. Then we were very surprised to see different terrains there, peak, mountains, different village, and there is no network at all in the village. Around 25-kilometer radius, there is no network. It's still so much more. Yeah, we need to work out. Then we are all having that hiking leg. It was so good. Then villages and all scenic places. That's also nice about Goa. We never expected that, and it was really Goa beyond beaches.
As a navigator, the terrain was different for me. Since it was a different home ground, the language was different. There were people who knew less of Hindi or English. It was all Goan language, and we had to communicate with them. It got a bit difficult, but they were helpful, telling us, okay, what could have gone right, or showing us, okay, leading us to a right path. So racing in a different home ground, it felt really good. And the terrain was also so good that we had to get, we were lost at some point. All the teams which raced during the hiker bike. So that was the terrain where all the athletes, we somehow lost during the course, but somehow we were able to figure out the route later on and move forward. So the name Goa Beyond Beaches, I think the organizers, they kept their words, because we saw less of beaches and more of Goa, which we have never seen. I myself have never been to Goa till date. Maybe that was the first time me going to Goa. Till date I've heard, okay, Goa has all the beaches, clubs, parties, but never did anyone mention that, okay, Goa has such beautiful peaks or, you know, villages which we went through actually. So never, I didn't think that, okay, Goa has such beautiful destinations apart from beaches as well. So adventure racing has given us that opportunity to witness such a beautiful places in the racing as well.
And I think looking at the NIWS, the National Institute of Water Sports, getting to know the exposure that they play a major role for Indian water sports, and that's a huge deal. And we get to have an open water, even if it's 1 hour of session, and getting from them is a very good thing that, you know, they gave us the basics things, instructions about kayaking, and the minute we climb up the hiker bike, I realized how much the permissions of Goa Forest Department and the Tourism Department and the government of Goa has helped the organization to make this happen, and I don't think it would have been possible without them, for sure. So thanks to them.
We are just thankful to all the Forest Department and Netravali Forest Department, then Tourism Department, and mainly to the race organizers to gone through all the
difficulties,
challenges
organizing the race, so we can experience all the beautiful peaks and hikes
because of
through
all
the
of
course.
them. During the course, after the CP2, we faced a like thick forest. So we literally carried our cycles 4 kilometers to the top. We did a very small navigational mistake. All the team, not only us, all the team, we just followed. We lost for 4 hours. We were searching for the CPs, and we went through the hills. We literally carried all the teammates, including girls, boys, everyone. They were in Josh. We just want to move. Then we all carried and we all get it back, because we met a dead point, like dead end. It's a dead end where we can't go anywhere. Then water, then it's all like thorns. We can't even move with our cycles. Then we came back for, it's 8-kilometer peaks. Then somehow we are all lost. Somehow we got one lead. Then all physically, mentally, we were all tired.
Rained out.
Yeah, it's only not even off of the course. We were already tired. We were not even sure that we can complete. It was already evening. It was afternoon and it was coming down. Yeah. That somehow we got the lead and we were able to. After then, it's a very different thing. We seen one part of up, again it's completely down. Already it rained, it's all like patchy, and we fell so many times, and it's so great. I felt for the first time I did like that, and it was so very nice, and it's challenging and lots of fun too.
I think it was not physically challenged, it was mentally challenged. Are you able to take that kind of suffering and carrying and slipping and falling, and you have to take care of your cycles, not to make sure that you're able to run the rest of the course, and also make sure that you don't get injured, and still you need to push yourself. Physically you're able to push, and mentally people are going through trauma because of the extremely steep down. And even though that was the hardest part, right after that, when we started hitting the good roads or the highway, I mean, when we started using the cycles as how it's supposed to be used, we felt that was easier. I think that credit goes to the race directors, because nobody would have thought using a cycle as a cycle is the easiest thing. But they made us feel like, okay, yes, we're using the cycle, we're able to pedal, we're able to change gears rather than just carrying it the entire route. So that was the easy and the hardest part.
You know, we always dreamt of, you know, becoming the champions. So that was a goal. So we have raced, before this championship, we have done many races. We have made a lot of errors, we have come up with a lot of problems, struggled, we have done a lot of practices. You know, first thing, we all come from a working background. So we are not professional athletes. We, as Captain said, we are all ex-NCC cadets, and there is one thing in us that we have this, you know, not giving up attitude. So there is no limit. So we have that mindset. Okay, we can push till the finish line. So that was there, and the teamwork. I want to thank my team for keeping up till the last and not giving up. So that is the main thing. So all the races we have been through, all the mistakes we have did, all the practices sessions we have done till date. So we made sure we overcome all the errors we have done, and finally we are the champions right now. So I hope all the hard work, all the effort we have put, and it's worth till date. And getting the championship was a big thing for us. So we have been the underdogs in the event, and I don't think not anymore. So I think other teams, the champions are here. Look forward for us.
To start with strategy, I don't think that we changed a lot of strategy for Goa, very minor changes, but initial stages of our adventure racing only, we kept few things as a benchmark marks, that is team. I always explain my entire team how a team works. I say a team is a four-leg table that everyone has to equally contribute and take the credits for. Even if one person is able to take more credits than the other person, the table will not be balanced, and that's not how our team works. So irrespective of you want to give anything valid input or you, let's say, practice, it has to be done throughout as a team, not as an individual. Because I remember when starting, we've done so much research, and everybody we are talking about AR, it's all they say is stick to the team, do it as a team, do it as a team. So we understood the component is not about running, cycling is an element of the adventure racing, but first is the team, not the adventure part. Adventure part starts with the team. And second of all, I say something called ownership. This isn't, we always say it in Team Shershah, you're not joining Team Shershah, you are the Team Shershah. You have to think that this is your team and you have to give the inputs as a team member, not that it's a team that you're coming and joining. This is not what we expect. The team belongs to every single one who's part of it, and that's how we look into it. And the last thing is we don't blame each other for any of the mistakes. If irrespective of what happens in the race, it's the part of course how it wants to take you. The minute something you start blaming someone, you are only putting the team down. The only question for the rest of the three members is what did you not do or what did you do to correct that out of the portions, right? So my question is, correct any mistakes that happen and move forward. So these are the strategies we have always followed, but one simple thing that we changed for the Goa race was do double race. That is, we do something called a mock race. We usually don't share the information, but we do a mock race. That means if the race is for 130 kilometers, we do a double race. That means we do a practice of 260 kilometers. So for Goa, we did a 260 kilometer race just before the actual race, and that gave us a huge mindset. Maybe it must have been hard or less, but not a mindset that we did 260 kilometers. So in our mind, it was like 130 kilometers. So our mindset was very different. Even the 60 kilometer people who have done this said, sir, we're doing 60, but we did 260 kilometers. It's very less. So the mindset is very different. For us, it's another practice day for us. That's how we look into this. That's how we practice for this Goa.
Okay, when it comes to female athlete, our team don't even differentiate. It's a male and female. They tell Bharat mainly, he will tell, no, you are not a girl. It's a team. You can't give a reason you are a girl, you can't be behind. So our team is a great, it's a great team. They won't even make me feel that I'm a female. We will go through all the challenges all together, and they won't allow me to skip anything in practice. Oh, you are a girl, you cannot do it and you should not do it. They'll allow me to do everything, and as a team they'll help me a lot during the course or before the course. Even they are very supportive. They won't raise voice on me or anything. Even the same page, they will like to get me in the same page like them. So it's feel very good to get team support like that. So they never leave as a team. If I am go behind in the last race, in Goa race, I don't know, because of my cycle issue or my practice, I don't really know, I was behind. So they never left me. They were just motivating. All the 130 kilometers so far, and all the course they were pushing me, they were encouraging me. So it's only because of them I can finish with them. Yeah, I'm very thankful to my team. Yeah, when it comes to female athletes, like, we should think about a lot. Now, in a home, we should say we are going out for 1 week and we don't know that 2-3 male athletes and 1 female athletes. So many challenges. First, we should make our family understand what we are doing and what scope it has in India and how different it is, how unique it is we are doing it. And we should feel so proud about being female. And then we have many issues like menstrual cycles. They won't compromise with dates because all the female athletes have different dates. So we should go through everything and we should make a strong mindset. Whatever it is, I can do it. I'll do it. Maybe it may take slow. For example, Manisha really had second day of her periods. It was so difficult for her on the just before the race. She is struggling, but on the race she was just going like anything. So that's how female. What I feel is always from my heart. I feel Shakti is always powerful than Shiva. We can do anything, whatever. We just should go to our mind. That's it. We can beat any man in the world. That's what I would like to say for all our female athletes. I would like to see more female team in the adventure racing. Yeah.
She's also the lucky charm of her team. She's the queen of her team. Others can decline what others say, but whatever she says, you can't decline. Just do it. That's the rule.
So as I told, adventure racing is a new sport for us. So it's very challenging, it's very exciting because of the surprise elements and the terrains and the struggle we go through and the fun part. It's very exciting to race. And as a team, so we started as 4 members as a team. So right now, Team Shershah is having its own community. We have around 15 to 18 athletes in the team itself. So we will be racing in different categories. And we have a vision of building the sport to greater heights. So building the community and representing our country in the international regions. So we want to make sure we take the sport to a next level. Make sure everyone gets an exposure, every athlete gets an exposure to experience this beautiful sport in the country. So we are working forward, making sure we build an awareness, build a community, so where we can grow the sport to a higher level.
We have not just stopped with, of course we're from NCC background, but we've not stopped it right there. Our community has grown to the number of, right now we have 15 to 18 of us in the community. We do different things like Project 99. We do different things that pushes our zeal to do different things. We have 3 mountaineers, 1 marathon runner, 3 climbers, and we have weightlifters. So we have different elements who are bringing to the team, and I think that is a huge support for the team, because you don't have to go out and seek help. Everybody are just there in this one single place. And I like the one more element of adventure racing is like, for example, what's going to happen right now is we're the first teams to go and represent India in Asia, and I don't know whom to go and ask how to prepare, because we're the first one to prepare for a race like this. And being Indian, first time you're going, you have to figure out, there is something that you would invent and figure out how this has to work, because we know how to prepare for 120 or 130 or 150 kilometers, but suddenly jumping to 350 kilometers is a huge deal, and just by knowing the numbers and how much we practice, that's a lot of things involved, and I don't know, and that's very exciting, because this is something that we have to sit with the team and talk and come up with crazy exercises and something like that. So that is a lot to do with the work.
I would like to see now in adventure racing, for all the categories we'll see 20 teams and 25 teams. I would like to see like 100 teams in India, because we have a huge population, and now people are so aware of sports. We do marathons, and I'm going to part of so many fitness clubs. We have so many people, they want to experience a different kind of sports. So if we properly knowledge them or motivate them, or we give a proper idea what is this sport about, I think we can see in future 100 teams in adventure racing. Yeah, racers would love to organize such a big events. Yeah, I am looking forward to.
And I think that as athletes, we are doing our right part, and I know the government's also being very supportive. But I also want to tell all the sponsors, because the only way we'll able to represent India and in the world or going to World Series is if we're able to get sponsors. And it becomes a very big challenges for each of us to keep traveling for each country and prepare and do everything by ourselves. We would love to showcase your brand in international platforms. That is something we would love it. We are here for that. You give us a platform and we would love to do it, and you should reach out to us and support this Indian community to grow more higher. All I would like to say is there is some adventure in everyone, and as a kid there's adventure that kicks in when you go to a PE class. There's an adventure that kicks in when you go for a trek. Don't lose that. There is always something in you, and we believe that if you keep it constant and if you keep doing what you love, you will able to reach the highest state. And that's the old goal that we came here, and we're doing it. Now we're champs, now we're going for Asia, we're going more above. We just want to chase bigger dreams for us, and so for the nation. That's what we're trying to say. Thank you.
Yeah, if we can do it, definitely you guys can do it.
I should thank NthAdventure for this, because this entire sport, I think the first time I saw this adventure racing was in Prime, and 𝘎𝗰𝙗, 𝘎𝗰𝗲 Challenge, and that was amazing to watch. I mean, teams going through the hardship and mentally people are challenging themselves 500 kilometers plus or something, and I thought that's something impossible to do, or I don't know, I was not able to imagine that mindset, what they go through. But now that any Indian can go through this, and they don't have to directly go through that, and it is a very stepping stone. Like you start with 60 kilometers, then you can go with 120 and 150 kilometers. So all these wouldn't have ever happened if the NthAdventure did not take this first step, and to get this to India. And I have to say huge thanks to you guys from the bottom of my heart. And I hope this sport actually becomes successful, and India should stand in the world once.
Yeah, we should be proud of our race directors Ajita and Sai sir. If they were not here today, yeah, definitely we wouldn't reach what we are.
There wouldn't be no team Shershah.
True.